So glad to have you on the call and share your wisdom with us. I have my wife here on the call as well.
Oh, cool. Okay, let's get into it. So I kind of looked over before the call.
Great.
I had a few minutes, and it looks like you guys been doing OnlyFans like an agency, or what is it exactly?
Yeah, correct. We offer we offer 24-hour marketing and sales support. So basically, our models just create content, and we do everything else. Currently, we have 15 models, and we're looking to onboard. We want to get to at least onboarding 20 models every month in the next couple months. My wife has courses on Kajabi that she's been working on for the past years in English and in Spanish.
Nice.
And our strategy that we haven't yet launched, we've done some test runs, is basically to send marketing to, right now we're working in Medellin, Colombia. If you've never been, dude, it's fucking awesome. Get the webcam models to register to a what's it called? Webinar is something else we haven't done yet, but the idea is to get them to a webinar, introduce our agency, how everything works, and then have them sign up for our courses. And then from there, just have them do a challenge, which will allow us to filter out who we want to work with and not. Because we can only onboard, right now we can only onboard like 12 new models a month. So the reason for this call primarily is because we are spending about $1,000 a month for traffic currently to our pages. They're free pages. We have both free and VIP.
Gotcha.
So we just need people to follow the page. And what I would like to do is explore paid ads, and so hopefully lower that budget so I can add my social media budget that I have in there that's about $200 a month per model.
What costs are $200? So they're paying you $200 a month each, and then they have $1,000 for ad costs, or what is it exactly for the numbers again?
Sure, of course. Yeah.
So,
Currently, I pay about $1,000 a month for traffic. It's an agency that does post for post. It looks really spammy. I don't really like it. But that's my current cost for traffic to OnlyFans. They're pretty reliable. They average about 30 to 50 new fans every day. I have recently in the past 30 days launched a community manager to work on 4 different social medias for each model. So we're doing Pinterest,
nice,
TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, of course. And that cost for me is $200. So what I'm trying to do is explore other options to drive traffic to OnlyFans free pages and avoid using the post for post because it looks spammy. And so yeah, man, I mean, I guess my questions are like, what strategy do you recommend to drive traffic to OnlyFans free page, paid ads, which site do you recommend us use? What kind of ad? Banners? I don't know what other.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready.
I mean, I'm understanding it more and more here, what you're doing.
Yes.
So you're saying lowering costs. I guess I might have missed it, but what are you using just currently for the paid traffic? So I just know what you're doing now. I already know what the cheapest options will be for you, though. But anyway, what is it you're using?
Sure. Yeah, it's an agency that we've been working with for a while. They do primarily post for post. So basically,
that's what you're doing.
All within OnlyFans. So they post on other profiles, they post on ours, they do it 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
It's reliable, it's great, but it's just really spammy. We're looking at.
It doesn't work with OnlyFans models.
Yeah, we just want it to be a little bit more classier.
Gotcha. Okay. Here's my knowledge of the whole OnlyFans industry to add to what you're doing here. So if you're doing just native to the platform, all these ads that come across spammy, the obvious good part is that, you know, the people that are getting marketed to, they already have an OnlyFans account.
Correct.
And so they're on the platform already. It's proven that they use the platform and they're willing to pay for multiple models and, you know, pay to watch or look at or whatever. I think you should really stick with that because it's working for you. But if it's too expensive and you totally want to pivot, it is worth a shot to do huge brand awareness reach, and kind of market that to your OnlyFans models and let them know that they can get in front of hundreds of thousands of people in the United States. They can just like see, their face, see what their username is, see, what the model has to offer and all that. And then you can direct link to the OnlyFans account page or profile page. And you can do that with banner advertising. So.
Yes. Okay. And which ad sites do you recommend? Is it Traffic Junkie, or I noticed there's a ton of different ones?
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Traffic Junkie is definitely the best for usability, for being able to actually get approved and add a lot of different payment methods, because a lot of them can be strict. I've worked with a lot of people with this stuff, and it's crazy how many people can't even get approved to a traffic source sometimes. But sometimes that's because they're outside the United States or whatever. But, Traffic Junkie is one of the best, for sure. Super straightforward, easy to use. And like I said, I cannot guarantee that you're just going to, with every client, have like the same cost per acquisition per, person who pays the model. But I can tell you that you can get in front of a lot of people, and maybe you could make that the value you can bring to the model is like a new type of package you could offer people. That's just my idea right there so far, but yeah. So you could tell them, hey, for $200 in ad spend per month or whatever, you can get in front of literally hundreds of thousands of people in the United States targeted, and they can like see the model's, profile. It's worth a shot. And in the ad, you can also, tell them, hey, it's free, and you can click to get started, and then that can start people's value ladder, so they can ascend the relationship.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. And Traffic Junkie, you could do daily spends, I'm assuming, right? You could set it up pretty simple, target the main cities in the U.S., or what would you recommend, just all of U.S.?
You could target cities. So I don't know, in OnlyFans, are you able to see the states of which the model has the most fan base or whatever, which states? Because you can hyper-target that point.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll look at that.
But yeah, you could get in front of all of the United States and crush it doing that.
And any specific age group that you would recommend, or just males over?
Yeah, we could. I'm curious about that too. I don't know the actual demographic on average for all the models that pay for OnlyFans. Let me see. OnlyFans demographic.
Do you recommend getting an account with, what is it, like Alexa.com, that gives you all the statistics of where traffic comes from and all that shit?
I personally don't use that one, but I'm sure it's good. I use SimilarWeb to see traffic and all that stuff.
SimilarWeb?
Yeah, SimilarWeb. It's like a Chrome extension, but it's also a website you can go to as well. But yeah, it'll tell you a lot of good data that'll help with anything you're doing. Okay,
I love it, man. And that's something you pay for? It's like a membership?
There's a paid option. I forgot how much it is, but even the free option will give you enough data to know stuff.
Rockstar. Cool.
Let me see. Okay, this is not telling me the demographic. Oh, here we go. Okay, users by country, 50% is the United States who use OnlyFans. 87% male. Total number of creators, 2 mil. Ages, here we go. 29. The thing about adult traffic, though, you can't actually target age, but you can kind of call them out in your ad, and you could say, hey, 29-year-olds. But you can basically say 20 years old plus, or 20, whatever. It doesn't really fully matter. The average subscriber age is 35 to 44, it says, actually. Let me see. Yeah, so the older the male, they'll spend, it seems, more on average.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That's just what I'm reading here. Who knows if this article is true. Okay.
No, that's good enough. Obviously, marketing on Traffic Junkie, we could say what it is, right? It's not like Facebook where you have to be super secret and protective of what you say so you don't get banned.
Oh yeah, it's not strict. You should be totally fine with it all as long as the model is okay with being advertised or whatever. I don't know. Sometimes
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
like, oh, copyright or whatever. That's me you're advertising. But they're obviously your clients, so you should be good.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Anything else that you recommend to drive traffic?
Yeah, I could go on a little rant here if you want for a minute.
Sure, please.
Basically, in Traffic Junkie or all these other platforms, you can another thing you can do because each model can be different. One model could be Asian, one could be, black, white, etc. Different races, different even body types. One could be, okay. There's just different types of body types. And
Sure.
the thing is, you can hyper target that for fetishes and stuff on these platforms for traffic. So you can just target keywords, is what I'm saying. And so that's another option for your models because what you'll realize is sometimes I was going to say, and I kind of am contradicting myself here for a minute, but sometimes the people who follow different models are similar to the model in race, age, and stuff like that. Um, but I'm kind of contradicting myself because people have different fetishes, even if they're not the same. Like some white guys like
Sure.
black girls, some black guys like white girls, etc. And so
Yeah, a little bit of
in general, you can target fetishes that are relevant to the model or what the model is. So if she does feet pictures or whatever, you can target feet. And so that can definitely help with your targeting of advertising. But ultimately, the best advertising by far is content marketing. A lot of us advertisers like to say it's the most scientific form of marketing because it's free and you can test a lot of stuff quickly and it has a lot of upside. It's free in a way, unless you invest into your content. But obviously, aren't all these models doing like content marketing anyway? They just want to get more exposure or what?
we have just barely started. We've been just basically paying for this
Oh,
other type of marketing for the past year,
yeah.
and now we have models that are okay with being on social media and being marketed outside of OnlyFans. So we're really excited to test all this stuff out, but we're all pretty new to it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, well, all I can say is for models, what I've noticed for the OnlyFans models, even the big ones, they do content creation outside of OnlyFans to bring people in. And the best thing is like they showcase their personality or just themselves in general. They can dance, they can talk, they can tell stories, they can um, vlog, etc. As long as they're doing
Hmm.
content, just showcasing themselves because that's what their OnlyFans is, then that's their best case scenario because it's free. And what you could sell and give them in exchange is boosting their content, advertising their content, or just simply consulting them and helping them out, with what they're doing and
Hmm.
guiding them with content ideas and etc. So hopefully that helps also.
Yeah, very cool.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh yeah, TikTok. TikTok's one of the best for just getting in front of a lot of people and doing very simple type content. And because it's shorts, you can also go to YouTube Shorts, etc. But I've also
Mm.
noticed that longer form content builds bigger relationships. Something I noticed some of the biggest OnlyFans models, have huge fan bases that have spent a lot of time with them watching their content. On average, if
Hmm.
someone spends over 7 hours with you, with content, they're essentially a friend with that creator, and
For
that's very,
sure.
very powerful stuff. Yeah, so they will support them in that case. Anyway, that's some of the best advice I can give regarding OnlyFans. I haven't really marketed any OnlyFans. I don't have an agency for OnlyFans or anything like that, but I can tell you right now,
Sure.
I've done a lot on adult traffic. I know the whole industry, and yeah.
Of course. Another question that we have is, um, let me ask this. You brought up TikTok. Is it worth doing some paid ads to grow the models' TikToks? Just so you know how we work with the models, we divide everything up in percentage, so we have full control of their social media, their landing pages that we've created on ClickFunnels, and we do all the marketing and the sales. So they just collect a percentage every couple of weeks. So we're able to do anything, obviously within reason that's been approved with them. Do you recommend TikTok ads? to grow their social media, or at least their TikTok, and then from there drive traffic to their landing page?
For sure. TikTok is a cool opportunity because you can target, the age. So, yeah, you can get in front of males that are 35 to 44, like it said, that actually spend the most on OnlyFans, but you can do like 25 all the way above. So it's really good. It's also a new platform. I haven't advertised doing TikTok, but I'm sure it's straightforward, very simple. I'm sure it's less costly than other platforms because it's relatively new. And so, especially their ad platform, I think it was launched like a year ago or something. So anyway, I think that is a good thing you can test out for sure. But it might be pretty strict. I don't know if you can link to OnlyFans. You might have to have a funnel in place.
Yeah, we have a funnel that we've been creating. My wife's been playing around with ClickFunnels. What we've been able to do is just create a landing page. We don't really have any specific funnel that we've actually put together. Anyone you recommend to grow audiences?
Yeah.
Grow emailers?
Yeah, you'd want to use ClickFunnels. You'd want to collect emails. So basically, whatever else is behind the opt-in page, you can market whatever you want. You could even market crack revenue offers, max bounty offers, etc. So what you could do for your offer on your opt-in page, you could brainstorm a bunch of stuff, but you could maybe build it out where it's like you could build a massive email list and sell the leads you get to a bunch of models, OnlyFans models. And that can be like a service you do. And the bigger you grow your email list, the more money you can make each model that you work with. But they don't have to pay up front. You can basically market their OnlyFans, and whatever they get, subscriber-wise, you get a commission.
For sure.
And anyway, how you feel about this, real quick, the offer would be like, hey, do you want to see just all the best models, just something like that, like get access to see all the top models, we've sorted them out for you, or something like that, where they know that they're going to get marketed a ton of different models, something like that. I don't know. That's just my first idea.
And that would be a landing page that we create with all the models on there?
You could just have like a picture showing just multiple different models and say get access to see the top OnlyFans models, or just the newest ones, or featured ones, or unique ones, or ones we've hand-picked out, or ones with spotlight, just different words I'm trying to brainstorm here. But yeah, I think that's a good word, man. I got pretty effective. Yeah.
What? Yeah, for sure. I don't know if I asked this, but does ClickFunnels allow explicit content? Like, can we set up membership sites on ClickFunnels and
yeah,
sell?
so ClickFunnels sees like nudity pictures, then yeah, they can be strict with that if they see it. But you can maybe use ClickFunnels to collect leads and do the landing pages, but then use different platform to actually host the membership. There's one called Kartra. I don't know if they're strict on whatever it is. You could use, I don't know if they're strict on porn, but you can do WordPress. I don't think they're strict for hosting whatever you want to host. And Blogger, I don't know, but if they actually can host something and make accounts. But anyway, those are just some options I can brainstorm. We could even Google it.
Well, I'll look it up. Yeah, that's no problem, man. I think I could figure out what. Anything do you know about like creating porn sites? Like we have a shit ton of content, man. We have like 2 terabytes worth of content.
Nice.
That we have nothing. We have no use for it other than their profiles on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Any direction
So
you can point
the ultimate way is, you could hire a coder, hand code it from scratch. Like you can hire people to do that type of stuff, and then it's all under your control, and you're not victim to any platform. So that's the ultimate way. But once again, I don't know any platforms that allow you to make a membership where you're not at risk.
For sure. What about putting it on a server? Is there how Amazon would allow that kind of a site, or is there specific
Amazon servers?
hosting? Mhm.
Yeah, there's
Hosting
different
services.
hosts for sure. I don't know if a host would have a problem for sure because they're totally kind of separate in a way. And definitely a domain name provider definitely wouldn't have an issue. So ultimately it comes down to if there is nudity on the site itself. ClickFunnels would definitely have a problem, sadly, if there was any, nudity in the membership area or even the landing pages.
For
But
sure.
anyway, yeah, that's a
Yeah,
question that definitely requires a little bit more time to think about, but research.
gotcha. Um,
If you created a site.
One second.
That's the advertising.
Yeah, and it'd probably be, yeah. My wife asked, when we go ahead and create this site, which we're obviously months away from, but to advertise it would be something recommended like Traffic Junkie as well?
To advertise basically the site you're talking about, it's just a collection of a bunch of images and videos, or just images?
Images and videos it would need to be. Yeah,
Okay.
and I imagine a membership site or something, some version of a membership site.
Okay, cool. So you'd want to rank for SEO, and I think WordPress is really good at that. And I know a lot of these adult sites are made with WordPress, or they're actually hand-coded, stuff like that. But to advertise it, you definitely would want to rank for SEO as the number one thing, like just natural traffic coming in. And a lot of these sites, they basically make it for a fetish or a specific niche, or they just have a lot of different categories, and they essentially just randomly get a bunch of traffic per month. The more content, the more text they have that's ranking, and the better the site is, like for a visitor, like where they're not getting too many pop-ups and not too many ads, and content they actually enjoy and want. That's the best case scenario. But if you want to get initial exposure, I think pop under advertising is best, and you can do worldwide with that, or you could just do United States. And by the way, Propeller Ads doesn't like adult content, so the best ones is Plug Rush, Juicy Ads. Those are the top two, but there's some other ones, but those are the top three I've used: is Propeller Ads, Juicy Ads, and Plug Rush. So, and they have plenty of traffic. You can literally get tons. So that's a good way to jump start it if you do that route. Anyway.
And for the OnlyFans free page, you recommend just the Traffic Junkie though, right? Or
to advertise your OnlyFans models straight to their profile pages, or if you want to do Lander in between, yeah, definitely you want to do, Traffic Junkie is the first option, and then you can go from there to ExoClick, and then Arrow Advertising, and then from there you could even do Traffic Factory. That's to scale, and that's just more platforms. I recommend Traffic Junkie through and through, though. It's the biggest by far. It's the most simple, and it has, once again, just tons of traffic, and the cost is great regardless. Wow.
Is there anything weird about the registration process being verified? Like, did I have to worry about, or they obviously know I'm an adult's business? And
yeah. I mean, these platforms really aren't that strict. It just depends on what country you're from, and if you can verify your identity type things like that.
Of course.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
I got approved super quick. A lot of people do. I've just only had a few people where they're like, oh, they won't accept me. And sometimes they're from countries like that have been, I don't know, risky for Traffic Junkie. Like they'll charge back or whatever, even though they pay. And so they notice that pattern, and so they're more strict on certain countries. So I don't think you guys should have an issue. So you should be fine.
Cool.
Yeah, it's not a hard
Very
process
cool.
to do. Yeah. Anyway.
Recommendations for the ads within traffic.
Yeah, can you go a little rant on how we should structure the ads, kind of like hooks? I don't know, anything that comes.
Story offer. That's a really common formula. But anyway, you want to get people's attention. The classic thing is attention, interest, desire, action. And so the way I think about that is the attention is the ad itself. Usually the picture and the actual content itself gets the attention. And then what creates interest is, the text you have there. And I think the less text you have in the ads, and even your landing pages is best. Tell them what's in it for them. Tell them the benefits for them and what they're going to get. Just tell them what they're going to get and then tell them the price. And it's really good to say the price, or if it's free, in your ad, tell them that sort of thing, because you're getting in front of hundreds of thousands of people, and the people who actually click, they have more information before they actually go to the next part after they click. So that's very important. That's one of the most important things, I think, when it comes to adult marketing. I attribute a lot of my success to that, okay, which is give them all the information they need, tell them the price, or if it's free. Like, it seems simple, but it's true, and make sure you split test the different images that you're working with. You want to make sure you have more than one ad that you're working with, because you gotta know what's the best, what's the green data, what's people responding to. So anyway, after that, you want to click desire. What?
Oh, my apologies, man. I was just going to ask, how many days would you run an ad before you have good statistics to judge that on?
Yeah, you just run it 3 days, 3 times how much you get paid out, or the model gets paid out. So if they get paid per person, let's say, how much on average is it that you're seeing with your models? They get paid per month?
We're averaging about $200 per day gross is what we're selling. So $6,000 a month.
Okay, good. I would say you could base it off of how much you're making per day, but how much does each subscriber to the model pay? Like $5, $10, $30?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, average about 50.
Okay.
10,
anyway,
$10 something like that.
Yeah. Okay, you do that for your daily budget. Do times 3 or more if you want to do more. And anyway, you just run it for 3 days to get enough data, and then you look at the data, and then you just don't run with the targeting that wasn't working and the ads that weren't working. Okay, but anyway.
Right.
So I talked about the ads. Now, what creates the desire for people to actually move forward is, the connection with the model they have. Do they think she's attractive? Do they like her personality? Do they like all the different benefits that come along with the price? And price does matter in this case. So you know the pricing that works for OnlyFans, right?
Mm-hmm.
See all the different accounts and everything. So anyway, price does matter, and that creates enough desire, then they take action. So content's very, very powerful to have behind the model to build a relationship. So if you wanted, you could send traffic to the model's main content place. She's making content. It could be YouTube or TikTok. Those are basically the top 2. It could even be Instagram. But anyway, they need to build a relationship first, and kind of put their foot in the water before they decide.
I like that.
So that's another option.
We'll run the test.
Yeah, that's powerful stuff for sure, because it may take them 3 days to decide, but they're going to decide. More people on average will make a decision.
Mm-hmm.
When you're doing paid ads, you're looking for a direct response, of course, but a lot of times the customer journey is much longer than just instant. And most people are ready to buy. 5% are ready to buy right then, but 95% are ready to buy over time. Could be a month or longer. Yeah. Anyway, so that's the formula, I think. So given a lot of different strategies here, but yeah. Any other questions before we wrap up?
Let me see if we have one last burning desire here. You? Question? My wife's putting together her info business on Kajabi.
Nice.
What do you recommend how to send traffic there? I'm assuming Facebook ads, but if that's the case, we should obviously not mention anything about adults, anything on the site, right? Just have it be super educational or something.
These info products are for like OnlyFans models, like
correct.
Teach them how to grow and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
how to create content, how to monetize OnlyFans, that kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, the ultimate would be YouTube for sure. People can, learn better on YouTube. They can watch the videos. People can search up stuff and find the content way better on YouTube than any other platform, and everyone's on YouTube, so that's the ultimate place. Yeah. If you were to do Facebook ads, you could target people, but it's interesting how the world works nowadays where, once again, people have to build a relationship with the person who's selling them a physical product or service or digital product. So it's very important.
Rockstar, man.
Heck yeah.
Well, we appreciate your time, man. Thank you so much. We're going to take what we learned and get to work.
Heck yeah, you guys are already crushing it. Now this should hopefully help you crush it even more. So good luck.
Indeed. Yeah,
Heck
thanks,
yeah.
man. You too. Happy New Year. Take care.
Have a good one, guys. Peace.